Hello everybody, Andy here again. Just going to talk about a video I did actually see earlier by Up Down Mostly, who's one of my subscribers, and he was talking about some sort of silly labels that you get on things nowadays, and I was actually going to do a video about this myself, so I thought I'll go ahead and do it anyway. And he was posting it as a response to andymooseman 500, I believe it is, who started up a thing called the Rant Club, so I may well actually put this in as a response to that video. But he was starting up a rant club. You can rant about whatever subject you wanted to, get it off your chest, you know, get it out into the open. But this particular video, I saw a thing on the BBC website yesterday about a company, and they are, well, not a company actually, the Michigan Lawsuit Abuse Watch, MLaw they call themselves, and every year they hold a special competition for the wackiest labels, wacky warning labels, which have come about through the sort of compensation litigation culture that we've got nowadays. And if I can find it on this computer, and I'll tell you the one that won it. There was a warning label on a washing machine at a laundromat that warns, "Do not put any person in this washer." And that apparently won the competition, and the person who submitted it won $500. And they've got some other ones here. If I can find them very quickly, we go down some of the other ones. That had someone in Minnesota never use a lit flat match or open flame to check the fuel level on a motorboat, I think that was. Another one on a lottery ticket, "Do not iron," it said. A warning, where are we, on the cell phone this was, "Don't try to dry in your phone in a microwave oven." And that sort of thing. You get the drift of where I'm coming from with this. And unfortunately this is I've got a couple of others. They do say they do this every year, but it's just a sign of the times, I think. What they've done is they've actually produced a book now of all these sort of favourite ones, wacky things, wacky labels that people have put on themselves, supposedly to stop themselves getting caught up in a litigation compensation type thing. And the title of the book is "Remove Child Before Folding," which apparently is a label that was found on a baby stroller. And I just think that this is absolutely ridiculous. It's something I did actually cover this subject on from a video that Boheme did about a case in the US. And what they've also got on this particular site, I'll put the website address up over there somewhere a bit later on, but it's just one of those things. And I've read out they've actually got some of the sort of the silliest lawsuits, that are loony lawsuits as they call them as well, from, admittedly this is all in the USA, but as we could say, it's coming to a country near you, because this is something that's spreading. It seems to be mainly in the US at the moment, as I pointed out before, but it's happening everywhere now anyway. But I'll come to that in a sec, but I just thought I'd point this out. This is one particular stupid loony lawsuit that we had, that where an inmate was blaming the state for his flatulence, and he was suing the state. But interesting what they're saying. It says, according to the Michigan Assistant Attorney General testifying before the Michigan Senate Judiciary Committee, frivolous prisoner lawsuits are overburdening the state and federal courts. In this particular case, a prisoner sued the state, blaming that the food in the prison was causing his flatulence problem. This is all very funny. It said, so the Attorney General's office estimates that the annual cost of defending the state against frivolous prisoner lawsuits to be several $1 million, all of which has to be paid for by the taxpayer. Now that's what it comes on to, isn't it? What happens in the end is it all sounds very funny and it all sounds very silly, but there's a very serious end to all this, because what's happening is that we end up paying for it, as you said there, with the business, with the lawsuits there. The state taxpayer ends up paying for it, and if it's not the taxpayer, you know, someone's going to pick the bill up somewhere, haven't they? And it also goes through as well, because as I said, this is happening right across the world now. All these stupid labels, we've got them here in Britain. There's other cases in that particular thing where people are trying to sue someone because the coffee was too hot, apparently. So maybe they want cold coffee, I don't know, in this particular truck stop. But as I said, it's happened everywhere. But we all end up paying for it, because we end up paying through it either through taxes like that, because the state or whatever have got to start paying to defend all these stupid lawsuits and that come about, or we get it through our insurance policies, because the insurance policies go up and up and up, the cost of them go up and up and up, and it's us that has to pay them, and ultimately people won't be able to afford to pay them, and they'll get caught out in the end, because they won't have a policy, and then something die will happen, their house will burn down or something dreadful like that, and they won't have insurance because they can't afford it. So it seems frivolous, but and it seems a bit of fun, and there are some amazing ones on there, as I said, so check them out. But just a very important problem, I think, and something that although sounds funny, isn't very laughable at all, because when it comes down to it and you think about it, it's costing us all a lot of money. It's costing the laws, as I said, that you've got your courts and that over in America and probably over here bunged up with all these stupid lawsuits going on about, and when we can actually be doing something a bit more serious. But anyway, I said I have talked about this before, but I just couldn't resist that one. Thanks to Up Down Mostly. I did see your video earlier and did enjoy your reading out of some of the labels. Maybe you want to check that one out as well. Anyway, thanks for your time. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.